Banat natin for our research when it comes to what? Criminological Research 1 and 2. Okay? Now, simulan natin. Simulan natin sa konsepto ng... Okay, let's start now. Men, bangsek. Nagsisimula pa lang tayo eh. Kaya hanggang 12 tayo. Kaya tapusin natin ang research. Now, tandaan, as part of your ethical consideration. Okay? As part of your ethical consideration. Now, ano po ba ang kailangan daw nating tandaan kapag ang pinag-uusapan is the concept of what? The concept of your ethical consideration. Now, pag sinabi natin ethical consideration, ibig sabihin, dapat daw po ba tayong sumunod sa mga konsepto? Okay? The concept itself na kailangan is what? Na masagot po natin para dapat hindi magkamali ang ating research paper. Okay, now, number 1. Now, anong pinagkaiba ng anonymity? Anonymity and your confidentiality. So, yung dalawa. Okay? Kapag anonymity, hindi ka po kumukuha ng information. So, therefore, halimbawa, you are not asking for what? You are not asking for the name. Hindi mo tinatanong ang pangalan. Ano pa? Hindi mo po tinatanong ang edad. You're not asking for the name, age, personal address. Ano pa? The sex. Hindi mo po yan tinatanong. So therefore, halimbawa, ini-interview kita. And when I was interviewing you, wala akong pakailam sa personal information. Okay? So kapag hindi ko yan tinanong, ang tawag dyan, anonymity. Now sir, kapag naman tinatanong ko na ang pangalan, kinuha ko ang pangalan, ano pa? Pangalan, ang edad, ang address, for example, ang email address, for example, ang tawag po dyan is confidentiality. Now, from the name itself, confidentiality, okay? It should not be disclosed. So, pinoprotektahan po natin yan para hindi magkaroon ng disclosure yung mga information. So, therefore, ang sinasabi natin, kapag sinabi natin anonymity, wala kang kinuhang information. Walang kinuha. Kapag anonymity, walang kinuhang information. Walang kinuha. Walang kinuhang personal details. Okay? Walang kinuhang personal details. Now, kapag confidentiality, may kinuhang detail, at ano pa? May kinuhang detail at the same time, pinoprotektahan po natin yan. So, hindi pwedeng makalabas ang mga personal information. Ang tawag dyan, confidentiality. Okay? Ang tawag dyan is confidentiality. Okay? So, tingnan pinagkaiban dalawa. Anonymity, walang kinuha. Confidentiality meron, pero dapat hindi makalabas ang mga personal information. Okay, now, informed consent. Ano tatandaan dyan? Information about what? Risk, benefits, and the details of the research paper. The risk, the benefits, and the details of the research paper. So, binibigay mo yan para ipaalam mo sa kanya. Sir, ano po ba yung gusto mong malaman? Nandyan po nakapaloob dyan, yung SOP namin, yung aming rationale, for example, yung aming introduction, yung benefits, sino makikinabang. So kapag binigay mo daw yan sa isang participant or sa isang sample, ano nangyari? Okay? So therefore, nalalaman po ba niya yung mga laman ng ating particular study? Yes. At dito, from the name itself, consent, kinukuha natin yung alin? Kinukuha po natin yung pinakang ano daw, we are getting what? We are getting now the consent kung gusto niya pong mag-participate o hindi. Okay? So part of the informed consent is acquiring the participation of a sample into our research paper. Now, sir, related po yan sa pangatlo or sa pang-apat, yung voluntary participation. Okay? Related dyan sa pang-apat, which is your voluntary participation. Now, ano ibig sabihin nan? Sir, hindi daw dapat nating pilitin ang isang tao na mag-participate sa research paper. So kung ayaw po nan, huwag daw natin pilitin. Bakit? Kasi pwede po bang magkaroon ng maling data ang ating study? Yes. Bakit? Kasi kapag pinilit mo yan, ano po pwedeng mangyari? Kapag pinilit natin, for example, pwede po ba siya manghula? Yes. Pwede po ba maging inaccurate yung mga answer ng isang tao? Yes. So therefore, anong ginagawa natin? Kapag ayaw mag-participate, wag nang pilitin yan. E sa halimbawa, the person signed the informed consent. Sir, pumayag naman nung una eh. Pumayag nung una. Pero halimbawa, nag-back out na. Papayagan ba natin? Still yes. Kasi kung ayaw na po, therefore, bawal na or ayaw na po niya mag-participate, hindi pa rin natin pwede siyang pilitin. So refrain from what? Refrain from pushing the person to participate. If the person doesn't want to participate anymore. So wag pong pilitin. Part of the voluntary participation. Okay? Part of the voluntary participation. Now, nandiyan din na alin? Risk assessment. Risk information. Now, ano daw sinasabi ng risk information? Ano sinasabi pag risk information? Sinasabi po dyan is what? Pinapaalam daw yung mga possible, potential what? Potential risk information. Yung mga potential harm it may cause. It may cause to the samples. For example, halimbawa, sir, ini-interview ko yung halimbawa may trauma. So kapag ini-interview ko yung may trauma, pwede po ba niyang maalala lahat ng traumatic experience? Yes. So dapat ipinaliliwanag po natin yan as part of the potential risk information. Okay? So kailangan alam po nila na kapag sila nag-participate, hahalungkatin po natin yung kanilang buhay. Hahalungkatin natin yung kanilang trauma. Hahalungkatin po natin lahat ng details about themselves, lalo na kapag yan ay case study. Okay, lalo na kapag yan is what? Case study. Now, result of communication. Ang sinabi, kailangan transparent. Okay? So, wag daw tayo magpapalit. Do not change or alter. Wag papaltan ang information. Wag papaltan ang mga information. Kung ano pong sagot dyan, yan din po dapat ang makita. Yes. Sir, pinalta ko yung date. Pwede ba ako magkaroon ng conflict? Yes. Bakit? Kasi si sir, sabi mo 5 years lang. Lagpas ng 5 years, ginawa ko na lang MD. So that is still an incorrect information. Why? Nagkakaroon po yan ng incorrect information. Therefore, nagkakaroon po ng alin? Ng result of communication error. Sige, I'll send muna. Sige, wait. Wait lang ha, for a while. Wait lang. Para ma-forward na sa inyo. Sinasend ko na. Wala akong kasama dito. Walang tao ngayon. Send ko na ha. Pacheck na lang. Talaga. Titingnan ko pa bukas. Sana maaga pa akong magising. Okay? So now, going back to your results of communication. Okay? So sabi natin dyan, huwag papalitan daw ang mga details na meron tayo. So do not change or alter any information. Sir, in-interview ko, pwede ka po bang baguhin ang details? No. Kung anong sagot nan, okay, kung anong sagot nan, dapat yan din po dapat bang ilagay natin? Yes. So yan din po ba dapat ang makita? Yes. Okay? So yan ang tinatawag nating result of communication. Okay? Result of communication. So huwag papalitan ang mga information. At pasok daw within the result of communication, dyan present ang konsepto ng plagiarism. So the plagiarism is present therein. Now, pag sinabi po natin again na plagiarism, it is an act of stealing. It is an act of stealing. So, ano kinokopya po natin? Okay? What we are trying to get from another author. Yes po, may tuldok po yung et al. May tuldok yan. Ano naman kinukuha natin? We are getting what? The idea. So, ang ninanakaw po natin dyan, hindi yung actual na papel, but we're just getting what? The idea. So, kahit po i-paraphrase natin yan. So, even if we paraphrase the term or the phrases present therein, anong sinabi po natin? There is a need to what? Et al tuldok po. Et al tuldok. Okay? So, tandaan na, we are just getting what? The concept of what? The concept of what? Okay? So, tandaan na, again, an act of stealing. An act of stealing. Okay? Ang kinuha po natin is what? Idea. Okay? Idea coming from another author. So therefore, sir, hindi ko kinopya yung actual na papel, pero kinuha ko yung pinakang laman. So therefore, that is an act of plagiarism. Kapag nalimutan mong magbigay ng citation. So tandaan, nakukumit po yan. Nakukumit po yan. It is now committed kapag kailan? Plagiarism is committed kapag nalimutan ng alin? Nalimutan ng tinatawag nating citation. Now, going back, again, ano po ba ang pinaikli nyo dyan sa et al? The word et alia, i-stress nyo naman yung bangs ko. Tagal natin pinag-usapan yan. Okay? Ano po ba ang pinaikli? Et alia. So kapag ang pinaikli mo yung salitang alia, nandun dapat ang tuldoknan. Dapat wala na kayong problema dyan. Okay? Dapat wala nang problema dyan. Et alia. Kaya nga et alia. From the word say what? Et al. Et alia. Therefore, there is what? The presence of a dot. Okay? I-stress yung bangs ko. Nasend ko na po ba? Ipacheck nyo na lang po sa GC. Now, sabi natin, kapag plagiarism, again ha, plagiarism, there is a what? Okay, there is a what? There is the concept of stealing an idea. There is a concept of stealing of an idea. Okay, stealing of an idea. Now, kapag index citation, tandaan, we always follow what concept? The concept of your author date system. Okay, author date system. Okay, so pag sinabi po natin author date system, ano dapat laging part ang kailangan? The surname. So kailangan is what? The surname of the author. Apelyido lang ang kailangan dyan. Now, kay Sir Borge, paano kay Sir Borge? Baka na kay Sir Borge na. Nasaan ko na eh. Okay? Now, kung surname followed by the year of the publication. So, ang general pong ginagamit is the surname and the year of the publication. Yung po ang kailangan natin. Surname and the year of the publication. Okay? Surname and the year of the publication. Now, we have two types of citation. We have two types of citation. Paano mag-send dyan? Hindi ako marunong mag-send eh. Okay? Now, we have two types of citation. We have the narrative and the parenthetical. Now, dalawa. Dalawa lang ang pag-uusapan. So, you have to look, ano po ba ang tinatanong? Kapag ang tinatanong ay citation, dalawa lang i-apply. It's just a what? A narrative or parenthetical citation. So, dun lang kayo pupunta. Narrative or parenthetical. Kapag ang tinatanong, again, is what? Citation. Okay? Wala na pong iba yan. Narrative or parenthetical citation. Now, sir, isang tinatanong, dalawang tinatanong, tatlo ang tinatanong na authors, apat ang authors sa tinatanong. Therefore, ano po bang gagamitin kong citation? Anong sinabi natin? Basta unknown yan. Basta unknown. Ang citation, it is a what? It is now a parenthetical citation. Okay, so tandaan, always go back to the concept of what? Tandaan ha, sir, isa lang yung binanggit, pero ang tinatanong is citation. Therefore, you answer parenthetical. Sir, dalawa yung binanggit, pero hindi po namin alam kung and or ampersand. Baka kasi mamaya ang tinatanong pala is what? Citation. So therefore, kapag citation, it is always about parenthetical. Wala ka na pong ibang gagamitin. Kapag citation, it is always parenthetical citation. So kapag walang nabanggit, isa, dalawa, tatlo, o higit pa, parenthetical ang citation. Now, sir, hindi naman citation ang tinatanong. Ang tinatanong is what? Yung gagamitin in connecting the names of the author. So again, kapag end, sounds like narrative, end, okay? End. Magkatunog yan. End. Huwag na malilito. End. Now, P is to parenthetical. Okay? P is to parenthetical. Therefore, kapag parenthetical, ang tinatanong natin, it is what? Ampersand symbol. Okay? So, we'll now be using a what? An ampersand symbol. Now, sir, ang tinatanong dalawa. Now, dalawa lang ang nakalagay. Two authors ang gagamitin. Now, gagamitin daw in connecting their names. Therefore, anong gagamitin natin? Ampersand pa rin yan. Bakit? Kasi unknown pa rin ang citation. Okay? Basta unknown ang citation, it is always parenthetical citation. At kung dalawa yan, at unknown yan, wala kang ibang gagamitin, ampersand. So wala kang ibang gagamitin. That would be what? An ampersand symbol. Now, sir, tatlong authors. Tatlong authors. Okay? 3 or more authors ang pinag-uusapan. So kapag 3 or more authors ang pinag-uusapan, it is always what? Et al. Et al. Comes from the word what? Et alia. Et alia. Et alia. At kapag sinabi natin et alia, okay, ano lang ang pinaikli? The word alia. So we just shorten the word alia. So therefore, nasaan pa rin tuldok? Nasa dulo. Okay? Nasa dulo pa rin yan. Meaning what? And others. Okay? Meaning what? And others. Kapag yan ang pinag-uusapan. Okay? So tandaan na, kapag dalawa o higit pa, tatlo pa yan o kung ano pa man, tandaan, it is always what? It is always et al. Kapag in text, so tandaan, ang et al, et al, et al is only used, et al is only used for in-text citation. So wala ka na ibang paggagamitan for in-text citation. Okay? So kapag yan ang pinag-uusapan, et al. Basta maliit yan. Okay? Et al. Okay? Ang et al, walang iba pinagagamitan only for what? For an in-text citation. Okay? Now, ano yung mga terms na kailangan nyo tandaan? Design. Ang design is what? Blueprint of the study. Okay? So, bakit blueprint yan? Kasi yan po ba mag-guide? Is it a guide? It is the guide of in collection. Guide in collection, data gathering, and analysis of data. And analysis of data. Okay? So it is a guide in collection. Diyan po ba, pag narinig natin ang salitang design, alam na daw po ba natin kung anong klaseng research ang gagawin dyan? Yes. So kapag narinig mo na agad ang salitang design, nagkakaroon ka na po ba ng idea? Yes. So kapag nagkaroon ka ng idea, ay nakwanti yan, ay quali yan. So alam mo na po ba kung paano ka magko-collect ng data? Alam mo na po ba kung paano ka mag-gather ng data? Yes. Okay? So that is the proper way. So tandaan, kapag design, that is your plan. Yan ang plano po natin dyan. That is the plan. Paano? Paano? Kapag plan, paano gagawin ang research paper? Paano gagawin ang research paper? If that is the plan. Now, going back, that is a blueprint. And when we say blueprint, it is a what? When we say blueprint, again, that is the guiding system in what? In collecting, data gathering, and analysis of our data. Okay, now, kapag research framework, framework is the roadmap. Okay? Roadmap. Roadmap of the study. So, tingnan, ang design ng una because that is the plan. Now, paano gagawin yan? Roadmap, yung dadaanan daw. Okay? The procedure, the representation, the representative. The representative of what? The representatives of or visual representation of variables. Okay? These are your visual representation of your variables. That is your input. Nandiyan ang input. Nandiyan ang process. Nandiyan ang output. Okay? Nandiyan ang input, process, output. Input, process, output. So, nandiyan ang ating research framework. Okay? That is your research framework. Now, what is your methodologies? That is how are we going to implement the plans. Okay? So, tingnan, magkakadugsong ba yung mga yan? Yes. So, yung design, framework, and methods, magkakadugsong po yung tatlo. Okay? So, yung design, frameworks, and your methods, magkakadugsong yung mga yan. So, again, kapag methods, that is the actual. Kumbaga sa ating criminal law, this is your actus reus. Paano ginawa? That is the actual implementation. The actual process of integrating the research paper. Okay? Methods. Design is the plan. Framework is the way of the plan. And method is the implementation of the plan. So, yan tatlo, magkakadugsong po yan. Now, researcher, the word researcher, what does it mean? It means what? It means to search and search again. So that is an actual board examination question. Okay? So researcher, it means to search and search again. Why? Kasi ang pag-aaral po natin is what? Ang pag-aaral po, natatapos yan. Okay? Ang pag-aaral, although natatapos yan, but there is a what? A circling process. Okay? So, napatapos po ba yan? Yes. Baro, even if the fact that it ends, it still creates a what? Problem. Okay? Kaya nga di ba ang ating pag-aaral, lagi po bang meron tayo pinagbabasihan? Yes, our or L. Kaya nga madami tayong RL. Ibig sabihin, the more na marami yung RL, meaning marami ng pag-aaral or research po ang nag-conduct on that particular study. So that is your researcher. So that is your researcher. Searcher is to search. Why? Kasi kapag searcher, first research. That is the first research. So wala pang iba na nag-perform or nag-conduct ng pag-aaral regarding that particular study. Okay? Particular study. So that is just what? To search. That is just only a matter of searching. Okay? Now, page number. Okay? Page number is what? Saan niya nakalocate yan? Located at the upper flash right. Okay? Located at the upper flash right. Now, what is the first page number? Page number 1. Page number 1 is equivalent to what? To your. Page number 1 is your title page. Okay? Page number 1 is your title page. So, page number 1 is located where? At the upper flash right. So, hindi ko nakita ang upper flash right. What could be my answer? Upper right. Okay? Kung wala man yan, you can answer upper right. Upper right. Kung wala man yan, you can answer upper right. Okay? Now, running head. Running head is located where? At the upper flash left. So, ang pag sinabi natin running head again, that is what? A shortened version. Pinaikling shortened version of a research title. Of a research title. Okay? Research title. Now, in terms of our fonts, ano ang ginagamit natin? Skulls. Okay? So, we have skulls. Now, skulls are what? Sans serif. So that stands for what? Yung first S is the word sans. The first S is the word sans. Okay, skulls. Sans serif. Okay, sans serif. Now, C is to what? Calibre. A is to what? Arial. And L is to what? Lucida Sans code. L is to your Lucida Sans code. Okay, skulls. Now, ano ba yung kasunod? C, G, T. So, sunod-sunod dyan. Yun ang pattern natin dyan. C is for your what? Computer modern. G is to what? Georgia. T is to what? Times New Roman. Okay? So, anong font size sila? Consecutively, 10, 11, and 12. Okay? So, the font size are 10, 11, and 12. Now, saan nakaprint? Sa isang letter size paper. Sa isang letter size paper. Or, sa ating Filipinos lang, that is a what? That is a short band paper. Pero you don't answer short band. Aling C? Yung unang C is calibrate. Yung pangalawang C is computer modern. Okay? Yung pangalawang C is a computer modern. Now, tandaan na, we do not use the word short band. So kung magpakita man si short band, wag mong isasagot yan. So you answer letter size paper. Okay? You answer now letter size paper. Yes, following what? Double spacing. Double spacing. Okay? Double spacing. Now, alin daw ang justified? Ayan justified. Left margin. Okay? Justified is what? Left margin lamang. Okay? So pag sinabi natin justified, pantay-pantay. Pantay-pantay. Okay? Pantay-pantay. Kapag justified. Okay? Pantay-pantay ang left margin. Now, ang margin is what? 1:1. So lahat po ng size nan, left, right, top, or bottom, ano susundin natin? Lagi is what? It is what? That is always 1:1 margin. That is always 1:1 margin. Yung fonts po natin is Calibri, Georgia, Times New Roman. Calibri, Computer Modern, Georgia, Times New Roman. Ano pa? Calibri, Arial, and Lucida Sans code. Calibri, Arial, and Lucida Sans code. Okay? Now, double spacing. Okay, double spacing. Now, sources of information. Sources of information. Sources of information. Now, meron tayong tatlo. Kapag source, tatlo yan. We have the primary, secondary, and your tertiary source. Ako, Sandro, lang. Okay? Now, we have sources of information, the primary, secondary, and tertiary. Now, kapag primary, mga libro yan. So, example nan is what? Mga books. Books. Okay? Kasi kapag walang comment, primary yan. So, kapag yung mga binibigay kong comments, kapag nagbibigay ako ng feedback, yung feedback po is a form of a secondary source. Because that is just an interpretation. Just an interpretation of what? Interpretation of the primary. Okay? That is just the interpretation of the primary. Pag sinabi natin secondary source. Now, kapag tertiary naman, it is now the compilation. Pinagsama-sama. Okay? Collection. The gathering of what? Tertiary is your compilation of your information. Okay? Compilation of the information. Yes, that what? Ano example natin dyan? Yung ating abstract and our synthesis. Yung ating abstract and our synthesis. Okay? So kapag tertiary, summary yan. Okay? Collection. Okay? Collection, summary, abstract, synthesis ang pinag-uusapan. Now, kapag data naman, dalawa. Kapag data, dalawa lang. So, ang malilito. Kapag source, tatlo. So, we have three sources, primary, secondary, and tertiary source. Now, kapag data, dalawa. Sir, ako nag-conduct ng interview. Ako nag-conduct ng survey. Ako nag-conduct ng observation. So, kapag first-hand information yan. First-hand. First-hand information. Okay? Kapag first-hand information, that is a what? Kapag first-hand information, that will be your primary data. So kapag ikaw ang nagawa mismo ng performance of an act, ikaw ang nag-interview, ikaw ang nag-survey, ikaw ang nag-observe, so ang data, ikaw lang, original ang data. Original ang data. Original ang data. Kasi ikaw mismo ang nag-conduct ng performance, therefore, that is what? Primary data. Now, sir, kapag secondary, ikaw pa din ang kumuha. Pero kinuha mo na yan galing saan? Papunta sa mga material. Galing saan? Kinuha pa rin. Kinuha, pero galing na sa mga resources. Galing na sa mga sources. Okay? So may pinagkunan ka na. So therefore, kahit ikaw pa ang kumuhanan, pero yung data, hindi mo naman original data. The data belongs to another person, therefore that is a secondary. The data belongs to other person. To other person, that is now a what? That is now your secondary data. Okay? So kapag secondary, tandaan, may kinuha ka pa din, pero galing na po sa resources ng ibang tao. Okay? So kapag secondary, galing na sa ibang tao. Kapag primary, ikaw mismo ang gumawa ng paraan para makakuha ng information. Okay? So yan ang primary and secondary data. Now, ano pa yung pwede natin mga terms na makita dyan? Research is scientific. Of course, wala namang iba dyan. So kapag nakita na ang research daw is what? Scientific. So therefore, that is scientific. Okay? So ginagamitan ng mga methods, ng mga tools, ng analysis, scientific yan. Okay? So kapag scientific, pwede po ba natin banggain? Yes. So it can be disputed. Lagi naman, basta science, it can be disputed. It can be disputed. Send ko tayo. Itong ginagawa ko, updated to ha. So therefore, yung inuuna kong sinend, although may mga updated din yan, pero may mga nadadagdag akong other explanation para mas maliwanag pa. Okay? Research is scientific, therefore it can be disputed. So pwede po bang banggain? Yes. Okay? So pwede yang banggain pa din. So kahit sabihin pag-aaral yan, napatunayan na yan, for a certain time that is true. Pero after several times, pwede pa po ba yung banggain? Yes. So that is still a scientific. Now, kapag ang research is cyclical, when we say cyclical, that is a what? Okay? So pag sinabing cyclical, it starts with a problem and ends with the problem. Okay? Kapag cyclical, it starts with a problem and ends with a problem. So hindi po natatapos yan. Kaya nga 'di ba ang research natin comes from the word research. there because a research does not end. Research never ends because the research, once it ends, it creates another problem. Okay? Starts with a problem and ends with the problem. Huwag kayong kabahan. Marami dyan lalabas. Abangan nyo lang. Okay, now, empirical. Now, empirical performs observation. So kapag ginagawa yan, mga pag-aaral performs observation, interview, and survey. That is empirical. Okay? So kapag dumadaan sa interview, sa survey, sa observation, empirical yan. Okay? Those are what? Empirical study. Now, kapag basic theory o basic research, pag basic research yan, okay? Kapag basic research, there are theories what? Theories develop. Okay? So ang ginagawa po natin dyan is what? The development of a theory. Okay? The development of a theory. So wala kayong ginagawa dyan kundi mag-produce ng theory. Pero kapag gusto mong itest ang theory, that is applied. Okay? So kapag gusto mong itest ang inyong theory, you have to, okay? You have to what? To use and apply. So maximizing resources. Okay? So kapag applied, you maximize your resources. So ginagawa mo po ba lahat? Ginagamitan mo po ba ng lahat ng inyong pag-aaral, lahat ng inyong pera, for example? Okay? So kapag yan ang ginagamit, that is now applied. So therefore, kapag po yan is now applied, tandaan na, kapag applied, ginagamit yan to test the theory developed during the basic. So therefore, wala ka pong applied kung wala kang basic. So, dapat lagi mo nang merong basic bago mag-apply. Bago magkaroon ng applied research. So, therefore, pwede po bang mag-exist ang basic nang walang applied? Yes, pinapayagan yan. Pero hindi pwedeng mag-exist ang applied without a basic. Because the applied is based on the theory na ginawa sa ating basic research. Okay? So, ginawa yan part of your basic research. Now, explanatory is answering the question why. Okay? Explanatory, explain. So, paliwanag mo, that is why question. Explanatory is how question. Okay? That is a question for how. Ano pa? Descriptive answers the question what, when, where, and who. So, kapag sinabing descriptive, eksakto po ba ang sagot? Yes. Exact ang sagot. Eksakto ang sagot. Eksakto ang sagot. Okay? Exact ang sagot natin dyan kapag ang pinag-uusapan is what? Descriptive. Now, kapag yan is what? Action problem. So, for a while lang. Okay? Kapag yan is what? An action problem. So, always remember, kapag yan is now an action problem, it deals with what? Tumutukoy po yan saan? Share ko lang yung live para mapanoodin ng iba. Okay? So kapag action problem, it is a what? One problem, one solution. So agad-agad po ba, kapag naka-encounter yan ng alin? Kapag naka-encounter yan ng problem, binibigyan agad ng resolution? Yes. So kapag ganun daw ang ginagawa, that is now the concept of what? The concept of your action problem. Okay? So kapag mayroong problema, binibigyan agad ng resolution, that is now an action problem. Okay? Ano ba mga pag-aaral? Okay? So, yung mga types of research. Okay, now, punta naman tayo sa iba't ibang graphs. So, you have to be familiar with the graphs. Okay? So, kapag nakakita kayo ng bar graph, okay, yung bar graph is yung mga parang box. So, kapag bar graph, mawala yung pen ko. Okay, bar graph. So, example ng bar graph. Bar graph. So, yung ganyan. So, kapag nakakita kayo ng ganyan, ginagamit po yan for what? For comparison. So, ang purpose po na is for comparison of information. Comparison of information. Now, kapag pie graph naman, ginagamit po natin yan for what? Percentage. Okay? Allocation of information. So, halimbawa, male and female, 10% ang babae, 90% ang male. So, mas applicable po yan gamitin kapag percent. So, pwede pa rin naman kasi magkaroon ng allocation kapag bar graph. Pero kapag percent kasi, mas ina-apply po ang mga pie graph. Okay? So kapag nakita nyo yung mga percentage, you use now a pie graph. Okay? You use now a pie graph. Now, line graph naman, yung mga line graph naman, kapag merong alin, kapag merong pagbabago. Line graph. So, yung mga ganyan. So, kapag ganyan na nakita nyo, it is what? There are changes. Nagkakaroon ng changes sa mga data. So, for example, nakikita nyo dyan, average monthly rainfall. Okay? So, nakikita nyo dyan is what? Rainfall daw sa isang buwan. So, therefore, pwedeng nagkaroon ng mataas na rainfall during January. Then, bumababa ng March. Okay? Okay, sa mga Bitcoin, may pagtaas, may pagbaba. Okay? So, that is what? Line graph. Basta merong mga pagbabago, line graph yan. Sir, nakita ko scatter plot. Scatter plot. Saan ginagamit yan? Kapag scatter plot naman, o ibang scatter yan ha. Kapag scatter plot, ganyan ang itsura. So may mga data na tuldok-tuldok, tapos nakadiretsong ganyan. Okay? Nakadiretsong ganyan. Ang 10 speed. Times 100. Okay? Mahina pag times 10, dapat times 100. Okay? So kapag may mga ditang ganyan, tuldok-tuldok, scatter. From the name itself, scatter, nakakalat. Okay? Scatter plot. At kapag scatter plot yan, ginagamit yan for what? Ginagamit po yan for your correlational study. Okay? Ginagamit yan for your correlational study. Okay? So you use that scatter plot as part of your what? Correlational study. Now, steps in conducting research paper. Okay? Steps in conducting a research paper. Ang unang step again, ang una po natin ginagawa, huwag kakalimutan, problem. Naitanong niya sa board examination, ang first step sa paggawa ng research paper is always the problem. So, naitanong na ba yun sa board? Yes. That was asked in the board examination. The most important step, the first step in the conduct of the study, and the fundamental, pinakamahalaga, yan daw ang pundasyon. Okay? That is the foundation. Yan ang pinakang pinagmulan. Okay? Ng tinatawag nating research paper. Because without a problem, wala tayong pag-uusapan. Okay? So without a problem, we have nothing to deal with. We have nothing to discuss kapag sinabi nating research problem. Okay? Now, tinanong din sa board exam last year, what does letter M? So kapag tinanong ulit yan, itong M na yan, baka magkamali pa kayo dyan. Smart. So sa paggawa ng research paper, it must be smart. Okay? It must be smart. S is for specific. M is to measurable. A is to achievable or attainable. R is to relevant or realistic. Okay? R is to relevant or realistic. And T is to time bound. So kapag gumagawa ka ng problem, it must be always smart. It must always be smart. Okay? So hindi ka naman basta-basta gumagawa. Alin? Ayun ang parehas. Okay? So kapag yan ang pinag-uusapan, always look for what? Achievable, attainable. So halos parehas lang naman yan ang ibig sabihin. So kung ano mauna? Okay, kung ano mauna? Kasi halos parehas po ba yan ang meaning? Yes. Achievable, attainable. Okay? Now, sir, nakapagawa na ako ng problem, for example. Sir, I already made or established my problem. Ano kailangan kong gawin? So kasabay ng paggawa ng problem is what? Ang aking temporary answer. Okay? So ang paggawa ng tinatawag ating temporary answer. So therefore, sir, gumagawa ako ng alin? It's either what? Hypothesis or assumption. Okay? So gumagawa ako ng hypothesis or assumption. Meron akong prediction. Okay? Hinuhulaan ko yung pwedeng mangyari kapag ako po ay gumagawa ng hypothesis or assumption. So therefore, parehas po ba yung temporary? Yes. When we say temporary, pwede po ba yung mabago? Yes. Okay? So pwede yung mabago when we say that is a temporary answer. Now, sir, are they both initial answer? Yes. Panimula yan. Nagsisimula ka pa lang, meron ka ng prediction. Kaya nga di ba sabi natin pwede pong mabago yan? Yes, it can definitely be changed as we progress with our research paper. So as we progress, nagkakaroon na alin ng pwedeng pagbabago dyan. Now, educated, yes. Kasi nagbibigay ka dyan ng sagot na hindi ka lamang basta-basta nanguhula. Okay? It is not just based on a wild guess. Okay? Just based on wild guess. Okay? So you have to make a basis. So meron pa rin tayong pinanggagalingan kapag tayo gumagawa ng alin? Ng tinatawag nating hypothesis and assumption. Now, kapag quantity, that is what? Hypothesis. Okay? Kapag quantity, ang ginagamit po natin is what? Okay? Kapag quantity, ina-apply po natin yan saan? Sa hypothesis. Okay? So kapag quali, that is part of your what? Hypothesis. Now, between the two, ang pwede lang itest is hypothesis. Sir, bakit hypothesis lang ang pwedeng itest? Why? Kasi going back, kapag hypothesis, nagbase ka lamang saan? Okay? Nagbase ka lamang saan? Sa tinatawag po nating previous study. So meron ka ng pinanggagalingan. At sabi natin kapag pwede yan, kapag yan ay merong pinanggalingan, therefore can it be tested? Yes. Therefore can it be disputed? Yes. Yan ang tinatawag natin saan? Sa ating hypothesis. Unlike ng quali, using what? An assumption. Okay? Na nanggaling saan? Sa iyong pansariling karanasan. Based on what? On your personal experience. Based on what? On your personal observation. So kapag yan ang pinanggalingan ng isang researcher, the concept of assumption. Okay? The concept of your assumption. Bawal yang itest. Bakit? Sir, bakit bawal itest ang assumption? First of all, that is based on your experience. So sarili mong karanasan yan, therefore, pwede ka mo bang banggain yan? No, not anymore. So I can no longer test it because that is your experience. Iba ang karanasan mo, iba ang karanasan ko. Okay? So that is what? An assumption. Okay? That is your an assumption. Now, dalawang uri ng hypothesis. We have the null and alternative. Okay? We have the null and alternative. Now, kapag null ang pinag-uusapan, from the name itself, null, and negative. Null is to negative statement. Now, anong mga palatandaan mo para magkaroon ng word na null hypothesis? The no, the absence, the lack, the word negate. So kapag nakita mo yung mga yan, okay, once you see those, the term of those, ibig sabihin that is a null. Kasi ano ipapagawa po sa inyo ng examiner? Identify, select the best example of a null hypothesis. Okay? Okay, the null hypothesis. Now, kapag alternative naman, that is just the opposite of null. That is just the opposite of null. So that is what? The positive statement. So tanggalin mo lang ang salitang no, tanggalin mo lang ang salitang absence, tanggalin mo lang ang salitang lack, tanggalin mo lang ang salitang negate. It becomes now a what? It becomes now an assumption. An alternative rather. Okay, that becomes now an alternative. Okay, that becomes now an alternative hypothesis. Now, ano po lagi ang dumadaan sa testing? Null. Using what? Using the p-value. So, lagi po natin pinapadaan sa test ay yung tinatawag po nating null hypothesis. Okay? Null hypothesis. Gamit ang p-value. Now, again, nakalagay dyan, kapag tinanong kayo, what is the most common hypothesis? Null. Why? Kasi null hypothesis is meant to be rejected. Therefore, lagi po bang mababago yan? Yes. Okay? Kasi mababa ang chance na manalo yan. So therefore, mababa po ba ang percent that the null will remain as a null at the end of the study? Yes. So lagi po bang nababago yan? Yes. That's why it is meant to be rejected. It is meant to be rejected. Now, o baka ma-encounter nyo ang type 1, type 2 error. Kung hindi ba natin ito na-encounter nakaraan, baka ma-encounter nyo to. Type 1 error is known to be as a false positive. Also known as false positive. Also known as false positive. Now, kapag po yan is type 2, also known as what? Also known as false negative. Okay? So, tingnan. Okay? So, kapag type 1 error, that is what? Also known as false positive. Type 2 error, that is what? Also known as a false negative. Okay? So, be familiar with the term type 1 and type 2 error in relation to your null hypothesis. Now, sir, paano nagkaroon ng type 1 error? Paano nagkaroon ng presence of a type 1 error? Now, sir, sa simula, mali yung null. Dapat palta natin yan. So, dapat po ang ginawa ng researcher is what? So, dapat ang ginawa ng researcher is from null, ginawang alternative. Eh, ang problema, hindi niya binago. So yung null, nanatili pa rin po bang null yan? Yes. Okay? So therefore, mali na dapat yung null. So dapat ang ginawa ng researcher. So lagyan natin Tagalog translation para madali. Mali na ang null. Mali na ang null. Pero ginamit pa rin ay null. Pero ginamit pa rin ay null. Okay? So mali po ba yan? Yes. So anong klaseng mali yan? That is a type 1 error. That is now a type 1 error. Okay? That is now a type 1 error. Now, sir, paano naman pag type 2 error? Sir, tama ang null, pero anong ginawa? Sir, dapat yan, null to null yan. So dahil tama, dapat yan. Sir, naging error yan. Bakit? Ang ginawa ng researcher, instead of using the null, anong ginawa? Ginawa pa ring alternative. So therefore, dapat null yan. So matatapos ang pag-aaral, dapat null yan. Pero hindi yan ang ginawa ng researcher. Anong ginawa ng researcher? Sir, ginawa ko pa ring alternative. Kahit tama na ang null. Therefore, null, naging alternative. So therefore, tama na ang null. Tama ang null. Tama ang null. Binago pa. Parang yung mga erasure mo kanina, tama na, binago pa. Okay? Tama ang null, binago pa. That is now a type 2 error. That is now a type 2 error. Right ko po. Huwag na isipin niya, huwag na isipin. O bumawi bukas. Huwag na isipin yung mga binura. Okay? So again, yan na, kapag type 1, mali na ang null, pero ginawa pa rin null. Type 2, tama na ang null, pero anong ginawa? Ginawa nating alternative. So binago pa, naging tuloy alternative. Naging alternative. Naging alternative. Okay, naging alternative. Okay, that is a type 2 error. Now, third step. So be familiar with the type 1 and the type 2 error. Be familiar with the type 1 and type 2 error. Baka lang lumabas. Okay, baka lang lumabas. Kasi I believe parang nagkaroon na ng question regarding type 1 and type 2. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, nagkaroon ng type 1 and type 2 error. Okay, so from the past board examination. Okay, so RL is the thematic RL. So pag sinabi natin thematic, what does it mean? When we say now thematic, pinag-combine po natin ang literature and studies. So hindi na po natin ina-identify. Hindi na po natin pinaghihiwalay ang literature at studies. They are now combined. At kapag gumagawa ka ng RL, it is based on what? Nakabase ka nga saan? Based on the problem. So therefore, if that is based on the problem, kapag nakabase yan sa problem, it is now what? Limited. Sir, nagiging limited pa yan, sir. Bakit? Kasi nga, umuunti po ba ang iyong RL? Kasi nakabase ka lang sa problem? Yes. Okay? So dahil umuunti yan, okay, nakabase ka lang sa actual problem. Okay? So you don't go beyond the problem. You just base your RL in our given problem. Now, magawa ka ng synthesis as part of the summary. Okay? As part of the summary. So synthesis is the summary of what? Of your RRL. Pero para saan? Yan po ang magpapatunay ngayon kung mahalaga ang inyong research RRL. So that will serve as a proof kung talagang tama ba o mali ang inyong RRL. Okay? RRL. Now, ilang words? 250 minimum words. And 500 maximum. Okay? 250 as the minimum and 500 as the maximum. So kapag nakita again is minimum of 250. Kapag ang nakita is minimum of 250, that is your synthesis. Sir, nakita ko maximum of 250, that is your what? That is your abstract. Okay, that is your abstract. Kapag nakita summary ng RL, synthesis yan. Summary ng entire paper, that is your abstract. Now, pang-apat, we have what? Quantitative. So kapag design, dalawa lang. Dalawa lang ang tatandaan. Non-experimental, quanti and quali. So kapag design ang pinag-uusapan, again, blueprint yan. Huwag kakalimutan, blueprint. So tinanong yan, ay August 2023. Okay? Design, quanti and quali. Quanti and quali. Okay? So yan lang ang ating main design Quantity and quality lang po ang ating pinakang main design. Now, kapag quantity, it involves what? Numbers, statistic, tools. Now, kapag quality, mas more of what? Mas more of your words. Okay? Mas more of words, mas more on interpretation. Mas word on essay format kapag qualitative design. Now, dalawa lang ang pinag-uusapan natin as what? Quantity. Now, kapag quantity, meron tayong dalawa. Non-experimental and your what? Experimental. So we have your non-experimental. So kapag non-experimental yan, tandaan, wala yung manipulation. Okay? So basta wala kang binabago sa variable, wala kang binabago dyan. Kahit anong environment yan, that is a non-experimental. At under ng non-experimental, there is a what? Descriptive. At kapag descriptive yan, present na alin? Ang description. Okay? Describing the current phenomena. Answering is what? Answering the question of what? The what, who, when, and where. When and where. Okay? And where. Okay? Answering what, who, where, and when. So kapag sinabing descriptive, it is just more of a what? Describing the phenomena. So ang descriptive po, halos parehas yan ng peno. Okay? Kasi present po ba ang pinag-uusapan dyan? Yes. Halos parehas yan ng phenomenology. So kapag medyo confusing yan, okay? So kapag nakita nyo present ang descriptive at peno, so you have to determine now, alin po ba dyan na mag-a-apply? So it's now your job to analyze what is being asked. Okay? So it is now your job to analyze anong i-apply. Is it descriptive or is it what? A phenomenological. Okay? Now, kasi halos parehas yan, present ang pinag-uusapan. Now, under pa ng ating quantity is yung tinatawag ating correlational. So kapag nakita ang correlational, present ang alin? Relationship, link between, okay, links. Ano pa? Present ang link, connection, links, association, and your association. Relationship, association, connection, and the links. So yung apat, ang present sa pinag-uusapan. Okay? So kahit ano dyan, correlation yan. Okay? That is now a correlation. So lagi merong ano dyan, lagi merong two or more variables. Laging present ng two or more variables. Hindi pwedeng isa. Hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng isang variable dyan. So kapag isa lang, paano ka magko-connect? Paano ka mag-i-interpose ng relationship kapag isa lang ang variable? So, dapat laging alin? Dalawa. Dalawang variable o higit pa. Now, we are trying to what? Trying to correlate, trying to connect, trying to associate the relationship. So, that is a what? Okay, that is your correlational. Okay, that is your correlational study. Now, dito muna tayo sa experimental. Okay? Now, kapag experimental yan, that is now your manipulating variable. Okay? So that is now your manipulating independent. So dito, ang binabago po natin is the independent. Kasi kapag independent po, that is the cause. Okay? That is the cause. Yan ang dahilan. Yan ang pinakang point. Bakit po tayo nag-aaral? So dahil yan ang pinakang point, yan ang pinakang dahilan, therefore, yan po ba ang pwede nating baguhin? Yes. Yan lamang ang pwede nating baguhin. Yan lang po ang pwede nating galawin dyan. We cannot touch the dependent variable. Kasi ang dependent is the effect of the variable. Okay? So kapag may binago ka, lagi mababago ang dependent. So ano lamang po ba ang pwede natin baguhin? The concept of your what? The concept of your independent variable. Okay? Independent variable. Nakita ang cause and effect, experimental. Okay? Now, pwede kayo magsulat sa sa mga answer sheet. Yung mga control paper, yung test paper mismo. Okay? Now, ano ba nakita? Sir, nakita ko ang treatment. Sir, nakita ko ang control. Experimental yan. So kapag nakita mo yung mga yan, that is now the experimental. Okay? So kapag treatment, yan po yung grupo. Okay? Yan yung grupo na binabago natin. Yan yung grupo na dadaan saan? Sa manipulation. Yan ang dadaan saan? Okay? Manipulated group. So pwede po natin alin? Okay? Pwede po nating baguhin yan. Okay? Kapag treatment. So yan ang dadaan. Makakaranas ng tinatawag ating manipulation. Now, kapag po yan ay control, yan naman ang hindi dadaan sa manipulation. Okay? Yan naman ang hindi dadaan sa manipulation. So, huwag kayo maniwala sa mga proctor. Pwede yan. Pwede sulatan yun. Okay, now, tatlong uri ng experimental. So, we have the pre, true, and quasi-experimental. Binayaran nyo yan, saka ibabalik nyo naman yan. Pwede yan. Kapag ayaw pumayag, isumbong nyo sa PRC. Kapag ayaw pumayag, sumbong nyo, report nyo. Pwede yan. Kapag maingay yung mga proctor, sumbong nyo yung mga yan. Pag nakaka-istorbo, sumbong nyo yung mga yan. Okay, now, we have what? We have the pre-experimental. Okay, now, pre-experimental is what? Kapag pre-experimental, this is an experimental design na, ano pinagsabi natin? Dry run lang yan. Sir, ano ibig sabihin ng dry run? When we say dry run, it's just a trial. Okay? It is just a trial. So kapag sinabi po nating trial, so pwede po bang hindi tayo dumiretso saan? Sa tinatawag po nating actual experiment? Yes. Okay? So pwede po tayo hindi dumiretso sa actual experiment. See? So meron pa tayong control. Okay? Kumbaga sa ating stages, kumbaga sa ating phases of a criminal act, is just a subjective. Kasi pwede pa po ba natin baguhin yan? Yes. Okay? So pwede pa ba tayong dumiretso? Yes. O hindi? Yes. That is just a pre-experimental. At kapag pre-experimental, ang ginagamit dyan laging grupo is what? Isa. Okay? Kasi kapag tayo po is true, kapag po yan is quasi, dalawa lagi yan. Dalawang grupo yan. The treatment and control. So pwede ka lamang mag-employ ng isang grupo kapag pre-experimental. So you can only employ one group for the pre-experimental design. Okay? True experimental. Okay? Kapag true experimental, that is your what? That is your gold standard. That is your gold standard. Sir, bakit gold standard yan? Wait lang ha. Present randomization. Now, sir, bakit gold standard? Kasi kapag sinabi po natin gold standard, it means what? It means gumagamit po tayo ng concept. Okay? Concept of what? Randomization. So, hindi ako naglalagay kung saan malalagay si treatment. So, therefore, okay? So, therefore, random po ba yan? Para po ba drawlets yan? Yes. Drawlets ang ginagawa dyan. So, hindi mo alam sino malalagay sa treatment. Hindi mo alam sino malalagay saan? Sa control group. So, that is a what? True experimental. So, that is what true experimental. That is your gold standard. Now, sir, quasi yan. Sir, ang quasi, halos parehas yan. Ng alin? Ng tinatawag nating true experimental. Okay? Ang quasi, halos parehas yan ng true experimental. Pero ang pinagkaiba, kapag quasi, hindi random. So kapag quasi, hindi yan random. Therefore, it is what? Sir, sino nag-assign? Yung researcher. So bahala na po ang researcher. Saan niya ilalagay? O sino ang ilalagay niya saan? Sa treatment, ang quasi po ay parang. Quasi is parang experimental. So halos katulad ng true experimental. So when we say quasi, that is just a parang. Okay? Magkatulad, halos katulad. Okay? Quasi-experimental is a what? No randomization. That is no randomization. So ang researcher ang bahala kung saan ka may lalagay. Sa treatment or sa control. Okay? Sa treatment or sa control. Now, may tatlo tayong uri ng correlational study. May tatlong uri. We have the positive, negative, and the no correlation. Now, sir, yung pinagkaiba-iba ng mga yan. Kapag positive correlation, parehas po ang galaw ng variables. So, parehas bababa. So, pag parehas bababa, positive yan. So, huwag nyo isipin na kapag parehas bababa, negative. No. Kapag parehas ng galaw ang variable, positive. Kapag parehas ng galaw ang variable pataas, positive pa rin yan. So, both are what? Both are positive. Kahit pababa o pataas. Basta parehas on the same direction. Kaya nga nakalagay dyan is what? On the same direction. It moves now on the same direction, positive. So, whether up or down, as long as same direction, that is now a positive. Now, sir, negative, it is what? On the opposite. So, baliktaran. Yung isa pataas, yung isa pababa. Okay? Yung isa pataas, yung isa pababa. That is a what? Negative. Okay, so that is your negative correlation. Now, sir, kapag no correlation, wala talaga. So, hindi sila connected sa isa't isa. So, wala po talagang lumabas na relationship between the two or more variables. Okay? Now, so as we mentioned, meron kayong table. Ano lumabas sa board exam? Noong nakaraan, negative 75 or negative 0.75. Okay? So yun lumabas last board examination. Negative 75 or negative 0.75. That is a what? Strong negative. That is your strong negative. So kung sakaling lumabas ulit yan, this board examination, strong negative ang sagot yan. Okay? That is a strong negative. Now, ito yung ating table. So kapag mag-memorize kayo, one side na lang. So kahit itong positive, sir, kapag 0 to 9.99, 0 to 9.99, that is what? No correlation. Okay? No correlation. Now, sir, 10 to 29.99, that is a low positive. Okay? That is a low positive. As I mentioned to you, you have to memorize this table. Okay? As I mentioned to you, during our final coaching and your regular lecture discussion, I told you to memorize this table. Kasi lumabas ba yan sa board? Yes. Okay? Kasi lumabas po yan in the board examination. Okay? So 10 to 29.99, that is a low positive. Now, 30 to 49.99, that is a what? Moderate. Sir, 50 to 69.99, that is a what? High positive. And 70 to 100, that is a what? Strong positive. So, nagiging negative lang yan kapag merong negative symbol. So, tingnan, sa kabila, parehas lang ba? Yes. Nabago lang yung tawag. So, naging no correlation pa rin. Walang no negative, walang no positive. So, low negative, moderate negative, high negative, and a strong negative. So, sa board exam, anong tinanong? Negative 75. Or negative 75. Or negative 0.75. Okay, so parehas lang ba yan? Yes. So, sabi ko sa inyo, you have to learn. Okay, so bahala kayo kung anong gusto nyo gamitin. Kung decimal or percentage. So it depends on you, whatever you desire to use. So whether it is what? Positive or a negative. Decimal or a percent. Okay, decimal or a percent. Okay? Now, may dalawa tayong uri ng correlation. May dalawa tayong uri ng correlation. Now, kapag nakita yung mga term na alin, sir, nakita ko ang linear, sir, Pearson yan. That is a Pearson correlation. Now, sir, ano ba yung Pearson? Ano yung linear? From the word itself, linear, ganyan na itsura. Okay? Kasi sabi natin kanina, ang scatter plot, ginagamit nyo for what? Correlation. So, tingnan yung line, yung formation ng line. Isang diretso lang. So, pwedeng isang ganyan o pwedeng pakabila. So, ganyan, pwedeng ganyan. So, kapag ganyan ang movement ng table na pinigay, halimbawa, nagbigay ulit ng table. So, nagbigay ng drawing, for example. Saan nakita ko ganyan? Diretso. Pearson yan. That is a Pearson correlation. Saan nakita ko kabaliktad? Pearson pa din yan. Pero pag medyo tumagilid na, nagkaroon ng curve. So, halimbawa, ito. Nagkaroon ng curve na ganyan. For example, lang magbigay ng picture about that. So, nagkaroon ng tabingi na konti. That is a what? Spearman. Ang tawag dyan is a what? Monotonic. Monotonic. Okay? Monotonic relationship. A monotonic relationship. Now, kapag Pearson, raw data yan. So, for example, 88, 89, 90. Yun yung data. Sir, ang ginawa ko ni Rango ko, may first, second, third. So, kapag meron ng ranking, Spearman ang tawag. Okay? So, kapag merong ranking, you apply now the Spearman correlation. Okay? You apply now the Spearman correlation. So, malapit na. Para maagap kayo makapagpahinga. Okay? Now, i-apply ang Spearman correlation. Kapag merong data, at the same time, nirarank mo ang data. So, kapag may first, second, third, fourth, fifth, that is now a what? That is now your Spearman. So, kapag wala, raw data lang, 88, 89, 90, that is a what? That is now a Pearson correlation. That is now a Pearson correlation. Now, sir, bakit nakalagay dyan ang Pearson sensitive to outlier? Okay? Kasi kapag outlier, di ba sabi natin, kapag outlier, may data na humihiwalay. May data na parang tumatagilid. Okay? So kapag may data na tumatagilid dyan, therefore it is what? Okay? So kapag may data na tumatagilid, that is a what? Spearman. Kaya ang Spearman, ganyan ang itsura. Kasi may data po dyan na tumabingi. So kapag sensitive sa outlier, it is a what? Kapag sensitive to outlier, Peterson. Kapag hindi sensitive, kasi okay lang, magbaligtad, that is now Spearman. That is now Spearman. Okay? So remember that. Now, quality and quantity. A qualitative. Mangsek lang saglit. Now, qualitative. Sir, itong dalawa, kapag case, Peno and case study, they are both dealing with what? Okay? They are now dealing both for what? Both for the life experience. Okay? So parehas po silang tumutukoy sa karanasan. Ang pinagkaiba, may kanya-kanyang focus yan. So kapag nakapokus lang yan, saan? Sa tinatawag po nating lived experience. So kapag nakita nyo yung mga yan, ilagang ginagamit. So commonly, kapag case Peno, kapag Peno yan, lagi lang yan saan? Sa lived experience. Buhay na karanasan. Buhay na karanasan. Anong klaseng karanasan? Kasalukuyan, only the present, kasalukuyan na karanasan. Kasalukuyan na karanasan. The present experience, so wala po tayong pakialam saan. So we do not care. Saan? Sa pinag-uusapan nating past. Kasi ang pinapaliwanag lang natin dyan, ano ang present information. So we're just dealing with what? The present information. So wala na pong iba. So doon lang tayo nakafocus sa present. Last board exam, maraming kinukuha dyan. Peno, quali, experimental, correlational. So dyan ang galing ang board exam question, last board exam. Okay? Tsaka sa hypothesis. Now, present experience sa pinag-uusapan. Okay? So it is now dealing with what? The present, kasalukuyang karanasan. So kapag binasa nyo po yung binigay sa inyo example, you have to analyze kung ano ba yung tinatanong dyan. Kasi baka mamaya, kasi mahirap dyan mag-analyze. So titingnan mo, ano ba yung mga word na pwede mo maging identifier kung yan ay peno or case study. So kailangan mo lang tingnan. Sir, nakita ko isang tao. Kapag isang tao yan, matik, case study yan. So kapag isang tao yan, matik, case study yan. Isang tao, isang entity, one person, one woman, one man, that is a case study. Okay? So matik yan. Huwag ka na mag-isip. Basta depressed woman, stressed person. Okay? So that is a what? That is now a case study. So kahit isa yan, kahit hindi ganun kalalim yung paliwanag, kahit hindi ganun kalalim yung example na binigay ng examiner, that is now case study. Pero pwede rin po bang pumasok siya ng isang grupo? Yes. So, hindi lang po yan exclusive sa isang tao. Although, kapag isang tao case study, pero pwede pa rin po ang isang grupo. So, pwede pa rin magkaroon ng 5 tao dyan na pare-parehas ng pinag-uusapan. Sir, lahat sila is about depression. Pero kahit lahat po yan ay about depression, titingnan pa rin po natin ang alin? Ang karanasan nila in the past. So, therefore, kapag binalikan mo na ang past, so pwede ba magkaroon ng pinagkaiba-ibang paliwanag dyan? Yes. Okay? Sir, lahat sila victim of depression. Pero even if they are victims of depression, yung kanilang mga past experience, yung kanilang kabataan, during their childhood, they are not the same. They are not having the same experiences. Therefore, meron po ba silang pinagkaiba-iba? Yes. Okay? So, dahil meron silang pinagkaiba-iba, the root of their behavior, that is a what? Case study. So, ang sagot ng isa, sagot lamang niya. So, wala ng iba. Okay? So, tandaan na, ano ba? It may be applied. Kaya ang ginamit ko is the word may. The word may. Kasi pag sinabi natin may, pwede. It may be applied in a single person or a single entity. Okay? It may be. Pwede. Pwedeng apply sa isang tao. Isang person, isang entity. Pero hindi po natin sinabi na gagamitin mo lamang yan saan? Sa iisang tao. So hindi porket grupo na, pero na yan, no. Kasi pwede pa rin po bang isang grupo ay mag-case study? Yes, kapag pinag-uusapan ng alin ang kanyang buong karanasan. Okay, the holistic experiences. Okay, the holistic experiences. Now, kapag po yan ay case study, tinitingnan ulit ang alin? Ang pinagmulan, the root of one's behavior. Okay? Kaya dito, meron pa rin po tayong cause. Okay? So, kapag nakita mo yung cause and effect, At quantity yan, experimental. Sir, nakita ko cause and effect. Pero quali, sir, pwede po bang mag-apply ang case study? Yes. So you have to consider the fact na pwede pa rin po ang cause sa qualitative. And that is what? Case study. Okay? So pwede rin ang cause and effect saan? Sa quantity. Lalo na saan? Sa ating experimental design. Now, general, kapag yan is what? Present, general, ang sagot ng majority. As I mentioned, ang sagot ng nakararami, ang sagot ng nakararami, ng nakararami, ng nakararami, lagpas kalahati dapat, lagpas kalahati, lagpas kalahati. Okay? Ay sagot ng lahat. So tingnan, kapag sagot is what? Yan ha, kapag majority dyan, quorum na, for example, sir, nag-quorum. Pag sinabi natin quorum, majority. Kay consensus, kung baga, di ba, as we mentioned, consensus, majority. Now, kapag majority dyan ay pare-parehas ang sagot, since dahil tayo ay nasa present experience lang, pwede na po ba nating isagot yan? Pwede po ba nating itigil ang interview? Yes. So dahil pare-parehas yan, pwede nang itigil ang interview. Pwede nang itigil ang interview. Itigil ang interview. Okay? So kapag po yan is what? Majority. Pwede nang itigil ang interview. Now, kapag naman case study, sir, nakalagay dyan is what? Ang sagot ng majority ay hindi sagot ng natitirang participants. Sir, bakit? Kasi nga meron silang alin? Meron silang unique characteristic. Meron yung unique characteristic. May pinagkaiba-iba ba yan? Yes. Unique characteristics. Ano pa? Ano ang pwedeng term? Peculiar. Peculiar. Peculiar characteristic. Okay? Exclusive. So yung mga yan, exclusive. Characteristics of what? Peculiar, exclusive, unique. Those are what? Case study. Kakaiba. So therefore, ang sagot ng isa ay para kanino lamang? Para sa kanya. Okay? So yun po ang pinag-uusapan kapag case study. Ang problema, tandaan, ang problema, ang case study po, kapag nagamit mo na yan for a study, hindi mo na po yan pwedeng gamitin as a basis in the future. Pwedeng basahin. Pero kapag ginamit ang case study, since exclusive yan, peculiar yan, ang kanyang pag-aaral ay para sa kanya lang. Okay? Para sa kanya lamang yan. So therefore, pwede po bang gamitin pa yan ng mga future researcher? Pwede as a basis, pero hindi na pwedeng maging main goal or main foundation ng isang pag-aaral. Okay? So unlike ng phenomenological, unlike ng mga phenomenological, it is a what? Pwedeng gamitin for what? For the future studies. Okay? Pwedeng gamitin for the future studies. Tandaan, one person, one man, one woman, apply agad ang case study. Now, mixed method. Meron tayo tatlong uri. So, tinanong last board. Combination of quality and quantity. Combination of quality and quantity, mixed method. And under the mixed method, meron tayong tatlo. Convergent, explanatory, exploratory. So kapag convergent, sabay ginawa. Simultaneous. Simultaneous. Ano pa? Concurrent. Okay? Simultaneous, concurrent. Sabay ginawa ang quantity and quality. Now, sir, explanatory. Kapag explanatory, una lagi ang quantity. Okay? Bago ang quality. So tandaan na, quantity. Para sa may letter N. Okay? Explanatory. Explanatory. Okay, explanatory, una ang quantity. Okay, una ang quantity. Exploratory, quali. Una ang quali. Okay, una naman ang quali. Okay, kasunod ang quantity. Okay? Now, mode of sampling technique. Methods. Now, sa sampling technique, ginagamit natin yan in what? In selecting samples. So, ginagamit yan in selecting samples. In selecting samples. Now, probability and your non-probability. Ano pinagkaiba? Kapag probability, tandaan lamang, lahat po ba ng, ng sample natin may equal chance na mapili? Yes. So kasi wala po tayo dyang standard, wala po tayong criteria, wala tayong qualification. Kapag ang pinag-uusapan is a what? Probability. So lahat ng tao may chance para mapili. Ang tawag dyan probability. So bakit? Kapag non-probability, so hindi po lahat pwedeng mapili. Hindi lahat pwedeng magkaroon ng chance to be selected. Bakit? Kasi pwedeng meron tayong criteria. Pwedeng meron tayong way kung paano po natin mas madaling mapili yan. Now, going to our probability. We have the four. We have the simple, the systematic, the cluster, and the stratified. Now, kapag simple, yan yung mismong actual random. Yan yung literal na randomization. Okay? That is the literal randomization. Now, for example, sa CHOPS, sir, halimbawa, reviewin lang natin is 200. Sir, i-divide ko pa po ba yan sa ilang grupo para mag-apply? No. Kasi kapag simple random, mag-a-apply lamang yan saan? Sa mga small population. So, pwedeng kunin ko yung pangalan nila, acquire the names, then what? I make a draw lots. So, pag bunot ko dyan, ikaw ang aking sample. Okay? That is a simple random sampling technique. Sir, ano may systematic? Sir, ang systematic, random pa din yan. Pero this time, gumagamit ng key of the population. Equivalent to what? Interval. Merong kid, merong interval. What does it mean? Meaning there is a what? When you say kid or interval, halimbawa, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So meron pong pang pag-itan, yes. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Meron po bang pag-itan? Yes. So kapag meron kang interval na pinag-uusapan, that is your systematic. So applied again. Applied in small population. Small population. So kapag simple, applied as well in a small population. Applied in small population. Now, kapag cluster and stratified, kapag cluster daw is what? Sir, meron kami isang buong grupo. Okay? Meron kami isang grupo. Malaking population yan. City of Manila. Sir, hindi pwede yan ang draw lots. Kasi kung kukunin ko lahat ng pangalan, daang libo yan, for example. So, paano ko ngayon yan ito draw lots? So, anong ginagawa? Sir, i-divide natin sa iba't ibang grupo. Divide it into multiple strata. At kapag cluster yan, you select one, dalawang grupo. So, pwedeng isa, pwedeng dalawa. Representing now the entire population. Basta hindi lahat ay pipiliin. So, you don't choose every group. You only select one. Pwedeng isa, pwedeng dalawa. Representing now the entire population. So, what happens to other group? So, wala na. Wala na po tayong pakialam sa grupo na yan. So, kapag nagkaroon ng 8 groups, dalawa lang ang pinili. So, yung 6 na grupo, dead man na. Wala na yung pakialam. Okay? So, that is the cluster. Alay ng stratified. Sir, tinivide ko sa 8 grupo. Lahat po ba kasali? Yes. Lahat kasali. Lahat ng grupo kasali. Lahat ng grupo kasali. Lahat ng grupo kasali. Okay? Now, kapag po yan is what? Non-probability. Sir, meron tayong purposive, meron tayong judgment. From the name itself, purposive, tandaan, purposive. Kapag purposive yan, always remember, may dahilan. Sir, pinili kita bakit? Pasok ka sa qualification. Okay? Mayroon kang criteria. At lahat ng criteria, kailangan po bang masatisfy? Yes. Ano pa? Qualification. Ano pa? Merong standard na tinayo. So kapag napasok mo yan, para ka nag-a-apply ng trabaho. Okay? So sa pag-a-apply ng trabaho, meron po bang requirements? Nag-a-apply sa PNP, meron po bang requirements? Yes. So kapag kulang na requirement, hindi ka rin tinatanggap, ang tawag dyan purposive. Okay? Ang tawag dyan is purposive. Sir, hindi ko nakita ang purposive. What possible answer I can answer? Judgment. So pwede kong isagot is what? Judgment. Okay? So I can now answer the judgment term. Kung wala mang purposive, I can now answer with the judgment. Now, sir, voluntary participation. Ganun pa rin, voluntary. Siya nagbo-volunteer. Sir, ako na lang interviewin mo. Nag-volunteer ka. Voluntary participation. Okay? Now, snowball. Kapag snowball yan, meron tayong isang population. So there is a population, for example, isang school. Sir, hindi namin mapasok eh. Sir, sila yung aming subject, pero hindi kami pinapasok ng dean. Sir, hindi kami pinapasok, for example, ng may-ari, ng guard. So, paano ako magkakandak ng research if I am not allowed to enter? So, anong ginagawa? Papupunta or hahanap ng kakilala. Okay? So, halimbawa, may kakilala ka pa niya, may tropa ka. So, pwede ba ikaw na lang ang maghanap ng alin? Ng mga tao sa loob dyan? Yes. So, therefore, mahirap pasukin. Okay? The population cannot be perpetrated. So dahil hirap kang pasukin dyan, you are now going to contact a person. And that person now will be asking what? To acquire. Okay? To acquire more participants. So nagkakaroon ng alin? Ng recruitment. So there is now a process of recruitment. Now, kakilala ng kakilala, that is correct. So lagyan natin, kakilala ng kakilala. Kakilala ng kakilala. Now, sir, ano yung chance? Ano, for example, sir, kulang ako ng 2 participant. Sakto nasa chops ako. So therefore, kung sinong available, siya ang aking pipiliin. Chance, convenience, accidental. Okay? So ang tawag dyan is what? Chance or convenience. Okay? So lahat ng yan ay gagamitin natin saan? Sa pagpili ng sample. Sa pagpili ng ating tinatawag na sample. Now, ang instrument, may 2 test. So may lumabas yan last board examination. Again, ginagamit ang instrument para mag-data gather. At saan niya kinukuha ang mga tanong dyan? It is acquired from your RL. So kinuha po ang mga tanungan dyan sa ating RRL. Kaya nga meron dyan concept of what? Test. Sir, para sa yung test? Para malaman po natin kung talagang galing yan saan? Sa inyong RRL. Now, kapag yan is a validity test, it measures what it tends to measure. Okay? So it measures what it tends to measure. What does it mean? Sir, dapat kapag awareness yan, dapat lahat ng tanong ko is all about awareness. Sir, kapag ang topic ko is about cybercrime, cybercrime or the role of the victims, dapat lahat ng tanong ko dyan is about cybercrime, the role of the victims. Hindi pwede magtanong ako ng awareness, tapos wala naman akong problem about awareness. So magkakaroon ng conflict. Magbabanggaan yung dalawa. So anong sasagot ng research ng participant dyan? Maguguluhan ngayon. So kapag yun ang pinag-uusapan, validity yan. Kaya nga nakalagay dyan, it's about accuracy. It is about accuracy. Sir, kapag reliability naman, it yields the same what? It yields the same answer. Okay? It yields the same answer. So therefore, sir, nababago po ba yung sagot? No. It's about consistency. Okay? It's about consistency. Now, alin sa dalawang mas mahalaga? Validity. Okay? Okay lang na hindi consistent yan. Okay lang na paiba-iba ka ng sagot. Basta yung mga tanong natin, galing at nakabase saan? Sa problem at sa R or N. So it's always more important to answer what? Validity. To satisfy the validity test more than what? More than the reliability test. Now, we have types of validity and reliability. Face validity. Sir, inusgahan ko yung papel. Sir, sa unang tingin ko pa lang, mali na agad. Sa unang tingin ko pa lang, alam ko ng mali, ang tawag dyan face. Okay? Kumbaga dito, judgmental yung tao. Nakita mo lang yung mukha, sabi mo, pangit ang pagkakagawa. Pangit. Kumbaga, in general, pangit. Una, hindi mo ba kakilala, pagdaan sa'yo, meron ka ng judgment, pangit. Face validity yan. Sir, kapag kinilala mo na, kapag personality na, there is no content. So kapag pangloob na kaanyuan na ang pinag-uusapan, yung content na, yung personality ng tao, that is your content. Okay, that is your content validity. So that pag personality, content. Okay, so kino-compare ko lang kapag personality, kapag ang hinahanap mo is what? Sir, mas gusto ko kasi mabait content yan. Sir, mas gusto ko kasi maganda, face valid yan. Okay, so kapag content, dapat lahat ng tanong is what? Sumasagot sa problem. Okay? So for example, sir, sa CLG namin, sir, may naligaw na, for example, is CDI. So dahil meron naligaw na CDI, therefore the questions are not content valid. Kasi dapat kung CLJ yan, dapat CLJ. Kung cream yan, dapat cream lang. Kung CDI yan, dapat CDI lang. Pero pag may naliligaw na ibang tanong dyan, galing sa ibang area, therefore the questions are not valid. The questions are not content valid. Now, kapag criterion, 2 test. Gumagamit lang ng 2 test. Okay? So, kapag gumagamit ng 2 test, that is now criterion. So, gumamit ako for example ng, kapag gumamit ako for example ng t-test. Sir, gumamit ako for example ng z-test. Sir, gumamit ako for example ng p-value test. So dahil gumamit ako ng madaming test, it is now a criterion. Okay? That is now criterion validity test. Okay? Now, consistency is your test retest. Kapag test retest, tandaan lamang, from the name itself, test retest, retest, inulit ang exam, same set of sample. Sir, sila ulit? Sila ulit. Ano pa? Same question po ba? Yes, same question pa rin yan. So wala kang babaguhin. So you don't change anything. Okay? You don't change anything. Kapag test retest, reliability test. Now, sir, in the rater, so dapat pa rin is what? Sir, dapat wala pa rin yung alin. Dapat same answer pa din yan. Kasi same questionnaire naman tayo. So dahil same questionnaire yan, same sample yan, wala kang dahilan para mag-iba ng sagot. Sir, ano yung iterator? Kapag iterator is what? Kapag iterator, meron tayong ino-observe. Halimbawa, kayo. Okay? Kayo yung mga observers. Observants. Basta kayo nag-observe. Ino-observehan nyo ako, pinapanood nyo ako. So ako yung tinitingnan nyo, therefore, dapat dahil isang tao lang naman ako, yung pagkakaintindi ng isa, dapat pagkakaintindi din nung isa. Okay? Kung ano nakikita nyo sa akin sa kabila, dapat ganun din yung nakikita nung isang tao. Kasi isa lang ino-observe. So therefore, dapat pa pare-parehas kayo ng sagot. Yes. Okay? So wala daw dahilan para mag-iba-iba ng sagot kasi isang tao lang ang tinitingnan. Isang tao lang pinapakinggan. So therefore, there must be a what? Iterator reliability test. Now, sir, internal consistency. O sa CLJ yan. Sir, anong maraming sagot? Sir, puro, robbery with homicide. Robbery with homicide. Sir, now, kapag robbery with homicide, sir, ang daming sagot. 1, 10, 15, 20. Therefore, kapag marami daw robbery with homicide, pero iba-iba yung tanong. Sir, kahit iba-iba pa ng tanong yan, pero isa lang ang sagot. Dapat consistent ka po ba? Yes. Kasi tinetest lang dyan. Kapag ba inulit ko ng inulit yung sagot, okay? Kapag ba inulit ko ng inulit yung sagot, yung pa rin ba ang aking sasagot o pwede kong baguhin? So dahil confident ka na walang reckless, walang robbery with reckless imprudence, resulting to reckless imprudence with homicide. So wala pong ganyan. It's just a what? Robbery with homicide. Okay? Robbery with homicide. Okay? So it's just a special complex crime. Okay? That is just a special complex crime. Okay? Now, kapag internal consistency, that is a what? Questions that are formulated differently but answers the same answer. Okay? Magkakaiba ng tanong pero pare-parehas ng sagot. That is your internal consistency. Now, sir, data gathering. Okay, data gathering. Yan, lagi dapat loyal ka lang. So kahit iba-iba yung tanong dyan, tinetest lang dyan kung parang magiging consistent ka ba. Ang tawag dyan, internal consistency. Ang tawag dyan is internal consistency. Okay? Kung baga parang sabi mo, pare-pare sa sagot to siguro baka may mali. Ibahin ko nga ng sandali. Okay? Yun yung tinatawag ng internal consistency. Now, data gathering. Paano ka nagdi-data gather? Survey, interview, and observation. Sir, nag-data gather na ako. So, anong gagawin mo sa data? Of course, you have to analyze. You have to interpret. And by analyzation, there is a what? Sir, sa pag-analyze, sa pag-interpret, nandiyan ang alin? Central tendency. Sir, hindi ko nakita ang central tendency. Ano pwede kong gamitin na term? Distribution. Okay? Kung hindi mo makita ang term na central tendency, wala pong robbery with parricide, ay nilinaw ko yan sa inyo. Infanticide, parricide, murder, lahat po yan is just a homicide. Okay, nilinaw ko yan. Now, central tendency and distribution. Now, central tendency and distribution. Now, parehas po ba yung dalawa? Yes. Now, we have what? Mean, median, and mode. Sir, hindi ko nakita yung tinatawag kong central tendency. Pwede ko po bang hanapin yung distribution? Yes. Pwede mong tingnan yung distribution. Now, sir, paano yan? Halimbawa, for example, sir, nakita ko distribution lang. Hindi malinaw kung mean, median, and mode. So, gandang example ko dyan. So, kung halimbawa, nakalagay sa data, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Now, kapag sinolve natin yan, we have the mean of 4.2 or 4. Median is 4. Mode is 5. So, tingnan. Sir, dalawa ang 4. Isa ang 5. Sir, ano yung sasagot ko sa distribution? Kung ano yung mas marami. So, based on our number, mas marami ang 4. So, you answer now what? You answer now 4. You answer now 4. Okay? You answer 4. Tandaan na, kapag distribution at hindi po malinaw ang mean, median, and mode, so lahat isosolve mo yan. You solve for the mean, the median, and the mode. I remember nung aming board exam, 7 kaming set B. Lahat kayo magkakaibigan set B. Lahat po kami pumasa. So siguro parang may magic ata sa set B. Lahat kami, 7. 7 in our group, we all passed the board examination. Okay, lahat yun pasado. Lahat kami, nagkataon lang, by accident, we're all set B. Okay, now, set B QT. Pasado pa rin kahit set A. Mapaset A, mapaset B. Pasado yan. Now, again, for the outlier, it is a what? The deviant number. So, tandaan, kapag deviant, hinahanap po natin ng alin? Hinahanap po natin yung mga numbers na hindi kasama sa grupo. Okay? Yung numbers na naligaw, kumbaga, numbers na hindi talaga belong to the group, that is a what? Outlier. Now, kapag tinanong ulit sa inyo, tinanong sa inyo ang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 100, huwag nyo nang isolve. Kapag yan ang tinanong ulit sa board, yan, yung may highlight na yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. Kapag yan ulit ang tinanong sa board examination, huwag nyo na pong isolve. Wala yung outlier. Wala yung outlier. Okay? Wala yung outlier. Always remember, wala yung outlier. Okay? Wala yung outlier. So kapag yan lang ulit, kung sakali lang, bakit? Kasi na-solve na po natin yan ng final coaching. We've already solved this. Okay? Distribution, the mean, the median, and the mode. So kapag distribution lang ang nakita nyo, okay? Kapag nakita nyo lang is distribution, solve mo ang mean, ang median, at mode. Solve mo yung tatlo. Sir, dalawa, isang 4, isang 4, isang 5. Ano ang distributed number? 4. So you select 4 as the distribution. Now, ano yung outlier? Outlier is what? Ito yung formula natin. Okay, sabi ko sa inyo, first day pa lang ng ating research, aralin na po ang outlier. Nakarating na tayo ng final coaching. Nagbigay ulit ako ng example ng outlier. Dapat pinractice nyo na ang pag-solve ng outlier. Kung sakali man na itanong ulit this board exam. Sir, bakit? Kasi tinanong po yan kailan? Kailan po ba tinanong yan? Last August 2025. Okay, last August 2024, sorry. Last August 2024. Yan, tinanong unang lumabas ang outlier. Kailan kayo nag-exam? August. Okay? So kapag lumabas ulit yan, dapat alam nyo na yan. Kaya kung sakali man. So yan yung formula. Now, kunin ang general median. Pero dapat i-arrange muna. So yung kapag may data kayo, you have to arrange it from ascending order. So sa pinakamababa, papunta sa pinakamataas. Okay? Pinakamababa, going to the highest number. Okay? Going to the highest number. Now, sir, na-arrange ko na. Now, for the purposes of outlier, kapag kinuha mo na ang general median, anong kailangan mong gawin? Tanggalin. So you have to remove it kapag naka-encounter ka ng outlier. Kapag magsasolve ka, halimbawa, ibang data ang binigay sa inyo, so tanggalin mo yung gitna para magkaroon ka ng dalawang grupo. The quarter 1 and the quarter 3. Now, quarter 1 is specific median. Quarter 3 is specific median. Now, ano yung specific median? Yung gitna ulit na number. Now, nakuha ko silang quarter 1, nakuha ko ang quarter 3. Now, anong gagawin ko? Kunin ko naman ang IQR. The interquartile range. The interquartile range. Interquartile range. Okay? The interquartile range. So, quarter 3 minus quarter 1, that results to a what? Your IQR. Okay? Now, formula for lower quartile. Quarter 1 minus what? 1.5. Saan galing 1.5? That is a given. 1.5 is given yan lagi. Okay? Kapag 1.5 dyan, that is a given number. Okay? Times IQR. Constant, kumbaga. Okay? Constant given. Now, upper quartile. Kapag upper quartile, quarter 3 plus 1.5 times IQR. Okay? 1.5 times IQR. Okay? 1.5 times IQR as part of your upper quartile. Okay? So, yung solution, medyo mahaba yan. So, I expect you to at least have the knowledge on how you're going to compute your outlier. Basta nakita nyo yung 1.5, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 100, no outlier yan. Okay, no outlier. Now, sir, tapos na ako mag-solve. Nasaan na akong stage? Conclusion and recommendation. Therefore, patapos na po ba ako sa research? Yes. Ready na po ba ako sa defense? Yes. Ready na po ba ako bukas? Yes. Kasi nagawa mo na ang entire main body. Now, so dahil tapos ka na mag-conduct ng research, gagawa ka na ng alin? Ng abstract. At ang abstract ay summary ng ano daw yan? Summary ng buong papel. Okay, summary ng buong papel yan. So the first summary from your introduction going to your what? Recommendation. Okay, so you create an abstract. Okay, you create an abstract as a summary of your entire paper. So ginagawa mo yan kapag tapos na ang buong papel. So you don't create abstract at the beginning. You don't create abstract in the middle. You create abstract kapag tapos ang buong papel ng research paper. Because what? It serves as a what? Serves as an overview of the study. Overview of the study. Okay? Serves as an overview of the study. Okay? Now, maximum word. Maximum words, 250. So kapag maximum of 250, abstract yan. Minimum of 250, synthesis. Okay? Maximum of 500, synthesis. Kapag abstract, wala po yung minimum. Okay? So there is no minimum for our abstract. At kapag nagawa mo na yan, tapos na ang inyong research paper, ready ka na saan? Ready ka na saan? You're ready for what? As part of your defense. So tapos na. Tapos na ang ating research. Ready ka na saan? Ready ka na bukas, 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 in the morning, you are now prepared to defend your title, to defend your license tomorrow morning. Okay? So I hope and we hope, okay, kasama ang buong Team Chops at ang iyong pamilya, together with yourself, we're all rooting for you to defend your criminology area tomorrow. Again, that is 20%, and hopefully po, madaming lumabas sa ating mga pinag-usapan. Okay? So hopefully magkaroon ng maraming sagot na manggagaling coming from our research subject. At sana lahat ng pinag-usapan natin maglabasan bukas, tomorrow morning. Okay? So good luck. Isang banks check muna. Okay? So good luck. And I'll be sending this copy. Okay? I'll be sending this copy para meron kayong basahin before you start examining your criminological research 1 and 2. Okay? So thank you so much and good luck. Magpahinga na. Kung magbabasa pa, magbasa lang naman ng refresher lamang, then go to sleep and have a rest. Okay? So last day na bukas, ibigay ang all out, ibigay lahat ng magagawa para masagutan ng maayos ang inyong research and criminological research, criminology area. So thank you so much. Okay? And see you in the profession. Thank you. Good luck.